Hey there, what's going on? I'm going to do a voiceover for the first time. Um, Over at Earl's house, doing some chicken wings. I just bought some old whole wings and cut them in pieces. Throwing some Kenny's spices on here, going with the chicken seasoning, and then flipping them over and hitting them again. And then we're going to go down with some orange, sweet orange habanero and hit them. And then we're going to throw in a chunk of cherry wood and do some smoke on these things for a while. Give them a flip. I'm going to add some more charcoal. And then I'm going to put some chicken breast on here, which I'm going to use for the orange chicken recipe. Going to take some of that Kenny's chicken seasoning and hit them chicken breasts. Yeah, on Earl's Grill, we made some jalapenos stuffed with some goat cheese and cranberries. This is always a big hit. I'll put at the end of the video a link to making those up. Looks like the wings are all done, so we're gonna pull them off. We still got a little ways to go on the chicken breast themselves. I think they were like around 145, so we're gonna let them go for a little bit longer. And here we go. Yep, about 165. So we're gonna take these and pull these off. And I'm going to go over and put these on the table, and I'm going to cut these up in bite-sized portions for our orange chicken that we're going to make. I'm going to take my little vortex out here, and not really sure what the deal is with this vortex. It's supposed to make your chicken wings crispy, and I have yet been able to do that, so I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I have to take that out in order to get the Weber wok that's made for this Weber Master Touch that I have. My wife bought this for me a year ago almost, and this is the first time that I'm going to use it. So, adding some more charcoal here, which was actually probably a mistake, as we'll see later on. This wok is it's pre-seasoned and it's heavy duty cast iron. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but it fits in that hole perfect. It works out great, and the coals are sitting under it. So to make this orange sauce, we're starting out with a quarter cup of water. Of course, you always forget to do something. Forgot to open up the soy sauce, which is our next ingredient. And we're going with 3/4 of a cup of that. I use Kikkomans. That's what I like. Soy sauce. Now, for me, when this was all finished and done, I personally thought that the soy sauce was a little too much. Now we got some apple cider vinegar, and we are going with also. Yeah, the next time I make this, I'm probably only going to use a half a cup of soy sauce. And that was just my preference. Nobody really complained about it. Here we're going with 3/4 cup of sugar. And then we're going to let this simmer. As you can see, she's starting to do that. Take my little bamboo wok, fork, spoon, whatever you want to call it. Spoon, I guess. I got them off of Amazon. I ain't paying much for them. And we're just going to let this come up to a simmer. See, I put a glove on there now. I found that the heat comes up from the bottom of that and around the sides, and it gets pretty warm on your wrist area there when working with this wok. We're getting a pretty good simmer going on here now. And we're just gonna kind of continuously stir this back and forth, making sure that sugar's all dissolved. You want to bring this simmer to about 15 minutes is what they were calling for. And I just come back and give it a good stir, make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom of the wok. Now we got a little bit of zest there from one navel orange, which is the orange that I was using. Um, I also found that in the major complaint with this dish was it had too much orange in it. So when I make this again, I'm going to use the zest from half of the orange instead of a whole orange. And you want to make sure that you put this in when you've got a good simmer, almost boil going on, because it actually releases the oils from the zest. And then we're going to squeeze in the juice from that navel orange. A couple of pieces of pulp fell down in there, and I'm going to get them out later. I'll just spoon them out with my little bamboo spoon. But yeah, just make sure you get as much of that juice out that you can out of them navel oranges. We got a pretty good boil going on here now, so I just shut my bottom vent down and just continually stirring. Yeah, this is when I get the pulp out. We don't want that in there. Sauce. And I'm just going to shut the vents down and try to get this stuff to cool. I just threw in a tablespoon of red pepper flakes. So I keep taking a peek at this because I'm kind of worried that it's starting to stick. But at this point, you're supposed to add some slurry, which I had forgot to do. And this is when I was questioning the look of it because I had actually forgot to put the slurry in. The slurry was 2 tablespoons of water and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And what that does is supposed to thicken the sauce up, which it was not doing. And it didn't have the color that I thought it should have because I forgot the slurry. So now I'm realizing that this stuff is not cooling down, even with me shutting the vents down on it. So I removed it from the wok because I was afraid it was going to burn. And at this point, I just went on and added the, the chopped up chicken breast and just stirred it around some and kind of let those juices, that sauce, soak into the chicken. Like I say, it never really thickened up because I kind of messed the recipe up, but um, gave some to a friend.
Got to hit record.
She really liked it.
Hey, what's going on? Picking up some of this hot sauce from Always Flavored. It's Signal 1. It's got it's really small writing on it, but it's got Carolina Reaper and ghost pepper in it. We will try it on these wings that I just made. See what it tastes like. Give her a few drops here. Get in the camera anyway. Taste of vinegar in it. It's got a little bit of bite. Alright, it's starting to water. Man, these wings turned out good. It ain't super hot, but it's got a bite to it.
You saying that means it's super hot. Oh.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue, all my lips on fire.
That means it'll kill you. If you're a normal human being.
The wings turned out good.
Always put butter.
I ain't got no crispy skin now. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this vortex, but
Oh, you do even when we do the Chinese stuff? I do, yeah. I don't know if they do it to Chinese.
they're good though. The sauce is good. It's got some flavor, not much though, but it's definitely got some heat to it. I like it. I think if you eat maybe 3 or 4 of these, it'll probably light you up, which I'm not going to do
Especially when they're coming out.
because I got my orange chicken I'm going to try now.
So I got me a plate of rice there, and gonna put some of this orange chicken on my rice and give it a tasting and see what it tastes like.
to go with my orange chicken. Let's see what it tastes like.
I asked the kids, I said, they had this one where they make fun of their grandma. These kids do videos, and they make fun
I agree.
of orange.
A little too much orange.
Too much orange. But they make fun of their grandma. And all do all kinds of things and video of their grandma.
Oh, that's really good though.
He said, if I can make
Yeah, first time cooking on the old
okay.
Weber Watt. Turned out pretty good. Too much orange though.
I don't know what you'd do to not, what would you do to counteract
Orange zest.
the orange?
The zest, I used to add zest of a whole orange. I think maybe use a half a zest.
Yeah.
Because I don't think one orange juice would do it. I think it's the zest, too much orange zest.
It's good. It's just real orange. Did you try it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is a winner. Winner.
I didn't taste as much on it.
Gets a Scruggs seal of approval. I'll put the
You can do less
we're all
soy
different.
and less
recipe down in the
You also
description.
added that stuff.
this.
Yes, because that's the sweet, and it might have.
Appreciate you watching,
Might have changed it.
as always.
Salt part a little bit.
Keep on smoking.
That it didn't.
Yeah, but it's good. It's really good. It's just a little.
Hey, so what's going on? So, it's the next day, and I just kind of wanted to recap what I did yesterday, because in this recipe there was a couple things that I forgot. Even though it turned out, just as good, during the part where I'm adding the zest and the orange juice, after that you were supposed to make a slurry of 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water, and you're supposed to mix that up, and you're supposed to put it into the sauce, and I forgot to do that. And what that's supposed to do is it's supposed to thicken the sauce up. The sauce was a little runny, it didn't stick, and that was the reason why. But like I say, it was still really good. Everybody thought that the orange flavor was too much, so I think if I'm going to make this again just to see how it turns out the second time with the slurry. And I'm going to add only half of the orange zest that I had in it before. And I think I'm going to cut back on a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, making it a 1/2 cup of soy sauce. Because for me, and this is just me personally, it was a little too salty from the soy, but nobody mentioned that was eating this. That's just my preference, and I'm curious to see what it tastes like between the two, just to see. The Signal One hot sauce, I had it on a couple of wings, and it doesn't have like a oh my god heat, but it's a lingering little burn to it. It's pretty good. You can still taste the food, but on the tip of your tongue and on your lips especially, it's got a continuous burn for a right good while. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to throw that in there because the recipe that I should have used is what I'm going to put in the description, and then under that I will put what I did. Like I say, it turned out really good, but it was too much orange zest, I think. So, for what it's worth. First time using the Weber wok though. I really liked it. I think the coals were getting too hot at one point, which is why I took it off and set it to the side, because I felt like that the sauce was starting to burn up. I didn't want to do that. And like I say, it was just first trial and error. So I think it turned out really good. We'll do some modifications and go from there. Thanks a lot, and I appreciate you watching as always. Keep on smoking.